Hello everyone. So one of our stories this week is a very, very old story. It's called Beowolf the Brave. And it's a story that is so old, no one knows who told it originally. And it was told and retold until about 1,000 years ago. It was written down. And it was written down as an epic poem. An epic poem is a very long poem that tells of brave deeds and adventures. This epic poem was 3,000 lines long, and incredibly it still exists today. If you were to go to the British Library, that is where that manuscript is kept, but they have to keep it very safely because it's so old. This, you'll be pleased to know, is not 3,000 lines long. I haven't set you that to do. This is a modern retelling of the legend of Beowulf, but it's told in the form of a bedtime story, and it's a dad reading to his son, and it's really cool. It's told in the form of a poem, so do listen out for those rhyming words. They're called rhyming couplets, when you've got one line after another and the words at the end rhyme together. See if you can hear any rhyming couplets as I read. Are you ready? Then I will begin. A long time ago, before you were born, lived a king with a golden drinking horn. He ruled a cold land that was peaceful and quiet until a monster called Grendel started a riot. Grendel hated laughter, and one day at a feast, the king and his men were attacked by the beast. The people were terrified. The hall stood silent. What hero could stop the monstrous tyrant? Tyrant is a word that means bully. So can you see the dad reading to his son? And there's the king with his drinking horn. The old-fashioned sort of glass that they would have had. Then up stood Beowulf, Beowulf the Brave. He feared no creature who lived in a cave. His battles with monsters were legendary, remembered in song to make people merry. So he is a hero, and there are already lots of stories told about him. So he's stepping forward when everybody else is scared, and he says, I'll do this, I'm not frightened. No swords or spears could defeat the foul creature, as magic protected its hideous features. Grendel was stronger than an army of men. The king's soldiers were scared to fight him again. Beowulf swore to get rid of this horror, and a banquet was held in the warrior's honour. There was music and singing in the great hall, drinking and eating, and even a brawl. So even as fights going on, look, this party's getting a bit out of control, isn't it? Can you see them all drinking and having a good time? There's a special party in honour of Beowulf. But then, listen to what happens next. Until, under the light of a silvery moon, Grendel charged into the great hall room. Standing 10 feet tall, he had come for a fight and attacked the king's men with all his might. The warriors tried to face the monster's attack, but the fearsome beast just pushed them back. All Beowulf comrades and all the king's men were soundly defeated by Grendel again. Right, can you see how big he is and how small the humans are? How could they possibly stand a chance against him? And remember, it said that there were no swords or shields or anything that could be used against him. He had special magic that protected him. Then up stood Beowulf, Beowulf the Brave, to send the creature straight to his grave. With no sword or armour, he launched an attack and knocked the foul monster down flat on his back. Though Grendel had beaten all the king's men, Beowulf attacked him again and again. He fought the fierce monster who tried to take flight, but Grendel lay fatally wounded that night. So Beowulf did not give up, and he just kept attacking him again and again and again until Grendel received a fatal wound. Remember, a fatal wound is one that he will not recover from. So that's the end of Grendel. News of Grendel's demise was greeted with joy, except by his mother, who mourned for her boy. Now Grendel's mother was out for revenge and attacked one of Beowulf's very best friends. So upset was Beowulf that his friend had been slain, to destroy this new monster became his new aim. He followed her tracks to her watery lair, and with a giant sword he defeated her there. So he attacked and defeated her because she had taken revenge and killed his best friend. What will happen next? Then home went Beowulf, Beowulf the brave, across the sea on the ocean's waves. About his battles the whole kingdom did sing, and Beowulf was crowned as their new hero king. Can you see them all celebrating? They're safe from the giants. Beowulf ruled peacefully for many a year, until someone disturbed a mound by a mere. A mere is like a lake. The mound concealed a great hoard of treasure that was a cruel fiery dragon's only pleasure. Enraged that his secret hoard had been found, the dragon took flight and scorched the ground. Villages and towns, both near and far, were reduced to piles of ashes and char. Well, everybody knows you don't disturb a dragon and you don't go near its treasure, because this is what happens. Can you see everything being burnt to the ground? Help us, please, Beowulf, Beowulf the brave, was the plea from every man, woman and knave. Your battles with monsters are legendary, remembered in song to make us feel merry. So they're all begging and pleading with him, save us from the dragon. Do you think he'll be brave again? Let's have a look. So Beowulf got ready and put on his armour to battle the dragon and end all the drama. He pounced on the beast and rode on its back, and drew out his blade and begun to attack. Over the castle and mountains they flew, fighting each other as the stormy wind blew. Beowulf slayed the dragon, he'd won the fight, but in battle he'd suffered a deadly bite. So he won, he managed to defeat the dragon, but it came at a price. He received a wound that was going to be difficult for him to recover from. After all, you can't be unscathed when you battle a dragon. The kingdom was saved, the dragon defeated. Beowulf's brave feats were never repeated. His battles with monsters were legendary, remembered in song to make people merry. And that is the end of the poem, and the end of the bedtime story that the dad was reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Do have a little look and a listen again. See if you can hear those rhyming words. And maybe you'll feel inspired. Maybe you'll think about writing your own epic poem. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Bye for now.